Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Hearts of Iron 4, where I'm playing with the Black Ice mod installed as Italy. We're in the Civil War here. Let's continue where we left off. So trying to cut off the Republicans currently. Yeah, we have missing equipment. I don't care. Please just leave me alone. Just trying to speed things up here. Rotating turrets done. Great. Let's start working on the Autoblinda. Some better recon than this First World War recon. Bit of a disaster, that one. I really do need my additional factories here, so I'll be very, very pleased once that is done. It'll take about a month. Meanwhile, we can harass these guys. Okay, there's only one last hex that's in my way, and these guys aren't particularly doing super well. So once we got that, seems like the nationalists have been able to stabilize that. So it's probably going to be rough because I can see the enemy counterattacking. Oh, they're smart. Attack me there. Okay, there we have it. Now these guys here are cut off. Seems like the nationalists already did their job up there. Let's wait for 150 points until we get another change in government. Yeah, there we go. Okay, what can we do next? So we do now have partial mobilization at the very least. I was at early going over in here. Can't go to war economy just yet, but this is already good. Let's see, because this has poor factory output actually. Okay, so this is much better. Never mind. This is all good, good. Have to be at war for that, so we can't switch up the foreign recruitment ones. Currently at low status, but I'd like to set this to medium at least. Yeah, and if we get this to extensive, I want to have the capacity multiplier increase, so I want to get this to 1000. Yeah, I think extensive officer training is going to be good, so at 100 I will be quite happy already. Yeah, so at 100 we can switch that up. Definitely looking forward to that, because we do currently have quite a bit too many of these. Really? They took over that territory. That's a first. Didn't expect them to take all of that back all of a sudden. Oh well. It's not my civil war. So we're moving up north. Try to cut them off again. Sure. Great. That is beautiful. This adds a civilian factory and an available industrial concern as well. Wouldn't be too shabby, because currently I can only do anti-tank artillery, which is not really what I'm looking for here. Fight the bureaucracy, which grants factory output plus 5%. That's pretty good actually. And banking reform does also require that. So either plus factory output Alright, since we need to move down this tree as well, let's so we're 37. This also all takes pretty long. I need to go down here as well. There's just so many technologies always. Getting more dockyards also not bad. 3 air bases. Right, let's start with state propaganda. Mincolpop, the Italian Ministry of Propaganda. The citizens will know what a prosperous new era awaits. Sure. Whatever. Let's increase this by 1. I mean, I need to be extremely picky in what I'm gonna put this. Like, this takes 2... like 4 per week. So around 200 per year. This takes 4 years. It's like, what? So I'm gonna have to increase that by a little bit at the very least. This too, like with 4 per day, 1200. Well, a little bit more, but this is still gonna take very long. So increase it by 1. $70 weeks. So this is 1200 in a year. It's equivalent. This takes a year. It's very tough. Well, 4 per week, or well, almost like 5. So this will also take 2 years. Let's put 1 in towed anti-tank. If it's roughly a year, that's basically what I want to get all the factories working towards. To start creating a surplus after a year, and okay, it's not time yet. Let's start repair trooper equipment. I still have research to be done. No, right? No, exactly. I was mistaken. I will need to trade as well. But let's go from basic to extensive officer training. Yes. I'll see how that works out, because that isn't immediately changing anything. And how are we on the construction? Still 7. That's okay. The tough part about that is, of course, that if I get more military factories, I also once again need to get more civilian factories for the population. So that is always a bit challenging. I do want paratrooper equipment because I do want to enable paratroopers. I will also go for the 75mm infantry gun, because we also need those. And if we just take Valencia, that's already just decent because it takes away supplies. Even if I cannot cut them off here, that would work out just fine. What's up with Catalonia? It's just the attack. Okay. Yeah, I don't need any battle plans there. The worst part is that I haven't been able to put anything in my Air Force just yet. Like, no production goes towards my Air Force currently because I'm not even well enough equipped on the ground. How are we with the... How are we working on those garrisons? So it's starting to work out already, at least. A little bit. We did took this. Great. I don't see myself being able to attack in here, unfortunately. I'll try up here again. They also seem to have some factories out there. Okay, so now the limit is 6%, and that means that we're getting close to the minimum of 42 at least. Dockyards, let's see, because I'm currently building... Let's go for more of these for now. I don't have nearly as many convoys as I would have liked. Okay, let's just attack them where it's possible. And it currently only seems to be possible here. Great, state propaganda is done. So, Instituto Lutze will add a recruitment center, war support 10, more recruitable population. Basically, I want to be able to move down this path whenever I have the ability to. So let's start with Instituto Lutze. The state film agency. Every film in the 20s and 30s produced in Italy was made by Lutze. It was a very effective mean of propaganda and can be used to make military training films. I can invest in construction research. Yes, yes, yes. And I can find... I can also get that town. Sure, let's blockade the Republicans. And the fifth and last rural center of the Pantine Marshes, Pomersia, will mark the inauguration of the project. Sure. Great. Okay. And we'll have another research now for industrial development, which we need. Because we ain't doing super well in that regard yet. Let's start with civilian works to get our national stability up a little bit. I wouldn't say that we have a little amount of research, but we could certainly do better. Alright, let's take this area too. It will be easy to take. This is heavy caliber guns. Let's work a bit on damage control and fire control. This is not for... Oh, this just works for everything. Okay. I can actually even spend 50. Yeah. That wouldn't be too bad. I'm surprised they're pumping units in here. I still need to find a spot where attacking is actually appropriate. And I think that attacking over here might actually be beneficial too. Let's work on that. Okay, at least we're speeding things up. Treaty of Beijing. Let's take a quick peek. So they're doing marginally okay over here. This is okay. And okay, these are just other Chinese countries there. Let's expand. I guess first in these mines, and then once I have another 25, we'll also extend the aluminium plant. Okay, so you're all purpose. That's what I need. Let's start with fuel refining too. It'll take very long, but I need to start working on ways to get oil without relying on other countries. Not only I do want to have full fuel capacity by the time that we're going to start the war, but the problem is I just don't have the civilian factories to expand more fuel silos. As you can see, now it's only 2. That's really bad. Why is it only 2? Corner 90. Ugh. Okay, so winter heating was really hurting me there as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna die from just one. I currently have 2 in light bombers, so let's cancel 1 and let's start producing regular fighters too. That's gonna be a new stack. Oh, they are cut off here. Well, these guys surely aren't. I don't know why they're suffering so much attrition. Probably because they have too many units in one stack. It's 938. So let's start working on. Maybe this would be better technically. But let's start working on a G50. Right, well this should be taken too then, and I think overall the reason why these stacks aren't doing too well is because they have too many. So now that we've researched oil plant, I want to take a look here, because in order to do this is I need both Libyan ports, oil and sand, sure, but then I also need oil plant excavation too, Libyan geological survey as industrial concern, and that economic minister. So we got the things that we want, at least there. And because it's already 938, I can then start working on both of these and then get the additional oil from Africa. But first, I need to research. Let's take a look. So we've gotten this. I need to wait until these are done. So meanwhile... No. 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 I should start working here on... Sure, this. Concentrate industry to get plus 10% factory output. So they'll start producing more. Okay, they're moving about quite crazily. These guys will be out of supply, I hope. Not sure. But I'll leave these guys alone and I'll start working over here. So we're moving back. Okay, Instituto Lutz is done. Great. Now I'm going to work on both the Libyan ports and oil and sand. Yeah, I don't want Bulgaria to join me there. And I don't want to create that faction. So I'm not gonna do Italy first. Let's start with the Libyan ports. That will get me better ports there. Five factories working on that, huh? I must be trading for too much steel. That I am. That will free up again 2 more factories. Now, how are we doing over here? Okay, things are starting to look better. But only a little bit. Now, these infantry guns will also be needed and added to the units, which makes it tougher as well. Let's start with the SMG. If we take a look at production and start producing the infantry guns, we can see that we also need... Okay, they already put a line there. We need a lot of them. And quite frankly... because we're gonna get an upgrade on this, I can quit making these right now and I'll work on the new ones later. But this will take extremely long to do. So yeah, I need to pump a lot of factories into that eventually as well. I'm sure the nationalists will win in Spain in a very short order. So then I'll start focusing on other things. Okay, sure. They're not gonna ask for northern Tyrol, for South Tyrol, I think. Okay, Chiang Kai-shek asks for mediation. Really? I don't think that will stick, actually. Current max 105, sure. Okay, 14 is a lot better. And he asks for mediation, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I wonder why it's there. I mean, I clicked it, so... Quite frankly... I'm a bit surprised, but oh well. Let's see what it does for the Libyan ports. So he doesn't get any supplies or something? Oh, you're still training after all this time. No, stop. Unbelievable. Okay. Libyan ports done. Let's start with oil and sand. Our fast lands in Northern Africa still lag behind the remainder of our empire in terms of infrastructure. We should focus on our efforts to bring them up to par. And then we'll also get a industrial concern. So I do need to switch up to that. This will give me better infrastructure in Libya. Autoblinda. The armored car is done. Great. This is pre-war tankets. Ouch. First tanks will be in 1939. So yeah, not doing anything there. This is 38. Let's start with artillery spotters. And we can modify the government. So I need to switch up the industrial concern in a bit, but for now I Should add a electrical No, I'm gonna save my points for when I'm done with this. Okay, as long as the Republicans of Madrid, nothing is gonna change. But we'll have to start making ready for the war with France then, afterwards. And with the UK, of course. And which army is this? That one. Okay, Mafia ties. In 1925, Il Duce made his man to fight the Mafia. Mori, the prefect of Palermo, and wrote him, "Your Excellency has carte blanche. The authority of the state must absolutely, I repeat absolutely, be re-established in Sicily. If the laws still in force hinder you, this will be no problem, as we will draw up new laws. The campaign has been very successful, although some elements of the Mafia still survives. It has come to our attention that some high-ranking politicians in Sicily and Rome have secret Mafia connections. We can go for a scourge or let them be. That's gonna be a scourge. Change of fascism popularity, but they need to go. Okay, we can make paratroopers now, so that's good. I don't have them yet, and probably won't have them for some time. Let's switch the HMG over to the FR35. Seems to work out quite well. It's quite a difference from this thing. Yes. Lots of research being done. That's okay. Let's take a look. Are we on that? This is... Yeah, let's do this. Carrier search. Chenkashek asks for mediation. No, he doesn't. Okay, so that will stick for all eternity. That's fine. Effects when selected. Add one off-map civilian factory. And then something will happen. Sure, let's start exploiting them. And like all of this stuff gives me at least one off-map civilian factory for the time being. So why not? That works. we can use it at the moment, so yeah, definitely in favor. Because I want to wait with getting that industrial concern, which costs 150. So I might just as well, for some time, at least get another 2 factories there. Then with Civilian Works 1, let's go for Civilian Works 2 to make sure that our stability doesn't decrease in peacetime, which is a bit silly. I mean, not really, but okay. There's multi-role. This is the multi-role fighter. Yes. Again, we're wasting some production, but yeah. Let's also start working on this one. Yeah. I'm sure I can modify it, but I just need to wait until oil and sand is done. 3 more days and then we're good to go. At least we're getting close to the, the start of the war, so that's also nice. Okay, why is this not... Oh yeah, I need to select these. Okay, so first of all, let's get the industrial concern. Hey, wait a minute. Libyan Geological Survey is an industrial concern. Here we are. Yes. Then I need as the minister Ardito Decio, economic minister. And I need 120 for that. No! Why? Okay, let's wait. But let's not wait on a short national focus, which is not Corno d'Africa, although we will get another civilian factory as well. We can do Hitler visits Rome, which is also really good. It's after the 1st of May. Hitler will soon visit our capital. We will construct new roads and a grand hotel to accommodate him. We'll get 2 civilian factories, so yes please. That's what I was waiting for. So that should be quite nice. And how are we down here? Some of this stuff is still a disaster, but we're working on it. With some of these things, I'm having such a big surplus right now that I think I might just as well cut it off. Because I will probably not need cavalry for such a long time. That I really need to invest this into 75mm guns. Like, this still takes 6 years to finish off, so I really need that. Let's go for air superiority. Yes, and now I have enough. Let's switch him with this guy. Yes. It's unfortunate because I would have put it in other stuff, but now at least I can go for that. I mean, I can't do this one because we don't control Nejd and Abu Dhabi, which we might take otherwise. There's a lot of oil there. But yes, Hitler visits Rome. Yay. Okay. This means we can do both of these. Let's start with University of Trieste because I want more research. No, let's actually start with Ardito Decio expedition. In 1938, Ardito Decio, an Italian explorer and geologist, discovered oil in the Libyan desert. Yes, I need to start working on that. Free civilian factories, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. Okay, let's start with... how are we on infrastructure? Pretty bad in those places. So I definitely want to increase it there. And I should probably increase it here too. Let's just work on that for the moment. And do a bit more research, and this will add yet something else to the production queue, but I suppose it's still going to be necessary. I have to say, this is a bit crazy. Also, the fact that they still have so much manpower. It's like really? It just seems to me that these guys, they don't seem to be quite capable of winning any of those provinces at the moment. However, I'm gonna end the video here. So I want to thank you for watching this one. Do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care. See you then. Bye-bye.